So yeah, everyone, I thought we made this clear, but just to make clear, this is just a rumor that Sequoia is asking all their companies. It's a rumor. It clearly states that it's a rumor that Sequoia is asking all their companies to get rid of about 10% of them.
But it makes a great rant on a blog, so whether or not it's a rumor, we can just go ahead and pretend it's fact and just have to put asterisks in there for you. No, we put the asterisks in there.
We gotta put the asterisk. It's just a rumor. It says so right here.
Rumor. But it's enough to get us to call everybody on LinkedIn.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And any other Sequoia companies.
We have great companies that are telling their people to lay off 10% regardless.
Long story short, thank you, Sequoia.
Thank you.
We appreciate the memos.
Okay, next order of business is Yahoo's been in the news a lot. Yay. A lot of hey, yeah, go Yahoo.
The redheaded stepchild of the technology industry.
Yeah. What else can go wrong?
Yahoo, the new AOL.
That's horrible. Wow. That's horrible. That's bullshit.
No, man. AOL's making a comeback. Yahoo's got no chance.
Well, Yahoo's told us to hit AOL bottom before it starts its comeback. I don't think
AOL should buy.
Wait, has it hit AOL bottom that AOL's not interested in it anymore? Is that AOL bottom?
Is that AOL bottom? I don't know. Like AOL's had such a decent little turnaround the last 6 months that you're almost gotta like. Has Yahoo dropped below AOL now?
I mean, if we don't put in money, we could buy Yahoo.
AOL's page views, like their unique visitors, have been up like huge percentage jumps the last 6 months. I think you can argue that Yahoo's falling below AOL. Well, at least in the eyes of the technology community.
Someone told me, I presented a candidate from AOL, and someone said, "You've got to be kidding me! Anyone still at AOL right now? Is that out of their mind?"
Well, come on, you don't feel that way about Yahoo?
Okay, I feel bad. I do have candidates from AOL.
I don't feel that way quite yet.
Oh,
I don't feel that way quite yet. You know what? Because as screwed up as Yahoo is right now, there are some teams that are still doing some pretty cool stuff that someone could, if someone is building their career on chasing skills and experiences, working at Yahoo still isn't that bad.
Okay.
If you need to join a company that has a clear vision, mission, and everyone's on board, and you're not constantly watching your back, Yahoo's not the place for you. But if you generally just want to work with cool technology, do cutting edge stuff, there are some pretty cool teams doing some pretty cool innovative stuff.
And there's a lot of smart, humble people there. Still.
Yeah. So from that perspective, yeah, Yahoo's not quite dead yet. Like you could still take a candidate at Yahoo and generate interest in the market.
Oh yeah.
But not from AOL. You can't.
Not true.
Yeah?
No, I'm a candidate from AOL interviewing right now.
Really?
Yeah.
East Coast though.
He's out of date. That's true. He's relocating from the East Coast. Busted. But I don't know. I still think MapQuest is a really cool product.
Yeah, I guess maybe there are some teams.
There are some teams at AOL that are still doing. Does anybody go run a search on AOL? No, but I actually.
AIM is still the most popular as a messaging platform.
Wow.
I think it is.
I didn't know that. But I don't. I just use. I still really like MapQuest. I think it's a slick product. I think it's pretty intuitive. I enjoy using it. Yeah. I think it still has brand recognition too. I still, in my mind, if I need directions, MapQuest.com, brand recognition.
Yeah. The only reason people still use them is they signed up for their @AOL.com email addresses 10 years
ago.
And
everyone that doesn't have broadband or whatever is still
using AOL.
Maybe you still use dial-up.
We were just talking about that. Broadband density in the United States is so low. I mean, we talk about back where I come from.
So not broadband is dial-up, and dial-up pretty much uses.
I'm assuming that's what they mean.
Yeah, not necessarily. Even
I'm assuming that I'm pretty sure it's not high-speed internet connections, which I'm going to group DSL into the high-speed internet connection group, even though it's not quite what cable and stuff like that can do.
So all that stuff's cool. I want to just rag on Yahoo for a little bit because just because there's some cool stuff.
Well, it's our favorite pastime around here.
Yeah, so there's some cool stuff here. It started out, but Jerry Yang made a presence at the Web 2.0 Summit, and the article is titled "It's been a pretty amazing year." That was funny, yeah. And a non-genuine reaction because we already let you know about this one.
That's pretty funny though.
But yeah, a couple things that went bad. Obviously in the last couple months, there was the big, Microsoft trying to buy them for triple their share price, double and a half their share price. They're at 13, 14 right now. They're offering 33.
They were at 17. They offered 33.
They're offering 33, yeah, and that was that was turned down obviously, and now
today they're at 10.
Say they're at 10? They went at anymore?
Oh yeah, whatever Ballmer announced yesterday that Microsoft was totally uninterested in buying them, they dropped another. I think they're actually only trading at 12. They managed to go from 12 back up to 15, 16, and Ballmer announced they had no interest in buying them, and right back off the deep end they went last time.
Back then Yahoo was playing hardball, and I guess I don't even know if they were trying to get top dollar. They were just trying to fend off.
No, they wanted 40 a share. They're being greedy.
Yeah, but 40 wasn't even like a realistic price. They were at 17. They wanted like
they were trying
that's
to
like that's
they were trying to fend off Microsoft.
Yeah, they didn't want Microsoft to buy them. That was like the prototypical like candidate who says, "Oh, I want X," when in reality they know no in hell anyone's going to offer them X just because they're I don't want to say too scared to turn down the job. They just won't turn down the job.
The analogy of the guy that goes in the sweater shop and says, "Can you do?"
That guy. It's that guy.
Inside joke, sorry guys.
Inside joke.
Okay.
So yeah, Microsoft reconfirmed that they don't want to buy Yahoo. Yahoo reconfirmed that they would still be very interested in having Microsoft buy them. Great PR there. Yahoo Google deal's off. Google confirms that they have no interest in going down a road that's going to cost them billions and billions of legal dollars and potentially losing customers.
Yep.
Yahoo reconfirmed that they are still very interested in the deal. So they're reconfirming their interest in near everything right now. The Google deal they're still interested in. Being bought by Microsoft they're still interested in. There was a comment in here about being bought up by AOL or buying AOL. And they're like, yeah, we're interested in that too. Asked if he was buying AOL, Jerry Yang said, I can't talk about that, John. If I told you, I would have to kill you. But John Battelle responds by saying, I might take that bullet just for the pride. As for the tough economy, Yang said that Yahoo grew up in a similar tough environment. I'm not sure. No, okay, that's not necessarily relevant. Either way, point being that he's not saying no, we're not going to buy AOL. So what the hell aren't these guys doing right now?
Yeah, but who buys who at this point? Why doesn't Time Warner just go ahead and scoop up? Yahoo?
I don't know. I'd probably ask why. Yeah, why? Why would they do that? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Nobody else wants them. That Turner's got to want to buy them, right?
They bought AOL, and they're like, what are we going to do now? They sold them off again.
Yeah. So talking about this from aside from like the quick laugh and pokes at Yahoo, which is always fun, from a candidate that's working at Yahoo's perspective, yeah, there are some that chase skills and experiences, and you're right, there are some cool technologies there, but how unsettling must it be to go to work not knowing what the hell your company is trying to do? Are we going to get bought up by Microsoft? Are we doing a search deal with Google, which might do away with half of the technology that we've been investing in for the past 5 years? We're going to buy some other company that might... it's so unsettling.
You got to almost feel like you're working for like a pre-venture funded startup and you're wondering where your next meal is going to come from. Like, it's almost the instability of like, holy crap, what's going to happen tomorrow? Like, is this even going to look like the exact same ship tomorrow?
But then on the flip side, they pay super well. But they're bloated as hell. But then who knows, because of that bloatedness, how many people they're going to eventually have to fire when they get straight in their heads that they have to be focusing on profitability like every other company.
How much of their staff has had to have left in the last year between the layoffs and just the hemorrhaging of talent that they've had?
25%.
Yeah.
Probably going.
I would have to go with higher than that. I mean, they've done 2 rounds of 10% layoffs.
The last round was bigger than 10%, wasn't it? It was like 3,500. They don't have 35,000 people working there. Was it 3,500 sales and marketing staff?
It was.
Yeah.
And on top of the fact that I
wonder if the cutting of sales and marketing staff was in response to them thinking the Google deal was going to go through.
That's what everybody said, because now that when you use Google advertising, no need for them to have their own internal sales and marketing.
And now that's cut, so what are they going to do? Renege on fire? They're going to say, haha, just kidding.
So how the hell does Jerry Yang think he's had an amazing year?
I don't know.
It's got to be the most incompetent.
Actually, I didn't read the article. What was his justification for an amazing year?
All right, I'll just read a couple of the quotes that we're talking about. We talked about justifying the Microsoft deal. He said we did the best we could at the time. He said I didn't think it was a bad idea at all at the right price. So he's confirming his interest in being sold to Microsoft. Just didn't think negotiations went as well as they should have, or as right as they should.
School asking for $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
It's like,
what else?
Stupid analogy, but it's like deal or no deal. Like where you get an offer, like really high offer, you're like, no, I'll pick one more case. Then you pick the million, all of a sudden your offer flies down.
Yeah.
And you still hold on to that hope, but you're not worth it anymore. Like
exactly. It's like you had $33 a share in your pocket.
You had the
chance. Deal.
Yeah, you got greedy.
You got greedy, exactly.
Yeah.
Regarding the deal with Google, he talks about, he was disappointed that didn't go down. Let's see what else. He talks about why he came back as a CEO to retransform Yahoo into a platform company, and he said it's unfortunate that there's shakeup and uncertainty in regards to Yahoo, but he's clear in his mind in terms of like what he's trying to transform the company into, and that it takes time to achieve a long-term vision, and he's very proud and supportive of everything they're doing.
It can take a long time to wreck a company like that, so I'm glad he's aware that it's going to take him some time to do this.
What's odd about that though is although he's trying to make those changes and meet a long-term vision, he's still considering options and alternatives that are somewhat counter to that vision, it seems.
I think what he's doing is putting on like a pretty public face and saying we're going to continue to invest in technology, we're going to continue to drive our company forward, because if they seem like they're just a stagnant, dying duck in the water, who's going to want to pay a premium on their share price?
Yeah.
Or who's going to want to stay there?
Yeah.
They're still hiring too. I see people that joined there a month ago.
Yeah, well, forget about the people that aren't leaving. What about the people that are joining them right now?
It's completely absurd.
Yeah.
I don't know.
On that note, have a lovely
Damn,
weekend.
we're out of time.
Have a lovely
That was
weekend,
fun.
everybody.
Bye.